All right, welcome back to another part of this series. I have some to-do list items I want to kind of work on, but I think the main thing I want to do is like when the app first loads, fetch all the data for the current month, if that's not too hard to figure out, and then display different colors in the calendar here based on if it was a good symptoms, bad symptoms, or good average symptoms day. And that's probably all I'm going to do in this video. So let's try to do that real quick. So if I go to the API, I think the first thing that we're going to have to figure out how to do is add the ability to query the data based on the month, right? We have this way to get the entries based on the date string. And we might want to, I don't know, we could add like a query string to this so we can actually just say get only the month or get all the entries with the month. Not too sure. So let's just actually make an index here because I think this is how it works in Next.js. So make an index, and then that should be like the entry level for entries here, if I understand that correctly. And I'm going to copy all this code, and we just want to do the GET request. So let's get rid of the put. And let's also, yeah, we'll keep that. Where's the GET? So here's the GET. So let's go up here and delete the put because we don't really care about it. And the idea is like someone's going to pass in a query string, which I'll have to figure out how to do in Next. And we'll need to basically figure out the month that they want to get data for, okay? I'm not too sure how to do that in Mongo, but we're going to have to basically get the query string from here. Let's actually go to the Next docs. It should tell us how to do it. Query parameters. Is there an example for query string? It might just come in query. I'm not too sure. You know, some of the best things you can do is just like try this out. So what we're going to do is we're going to find all entries, which I think we could do a find here. And we want to do a grade, do a find where date is between a certain value. Now, since I'm using a date string, I don't know how well this is going to work. I probably should have stored real dates in here. Like if I go to the models here, yeah, I just stored a string here. So this might be a little bit more hacky to get working because I didn't store a real date. So I apologize for that. But if you imagine what I'm storing right now in the database, like I'm storing, I think it's like 01, 02, 2022 or something. So I just need the suffix here. I just need this month, day, year. Is that how I'm storing it? Sorry, I'm jumping all around. So sometimes you'll do something and you realize that wasn't a good approach. So this is year, month, day. So I just need to do a query in Dynamo where year and month match the current month here. So what I could do is maybe still pass in the date because we want to keep the year. Okay, so I'm sorry. I'm going to undo some stuff. So we still want the date string, but really we just want to get the year and the month. So I'm going to go ahead and say year month is equal to date string split on the slashes. And then we just want to get the first two elements and join them by the hyphen. Okay, so that's going to get the 2022-03. That's it. So we got the first two. And then we want to query and find every entry that has that prefix. So I'm not sure how to do that. I think I need to change this to a find. And then I need to like go to the docs with Mongoose and I can say find where date contains prefix of year month. Hopefully GitHub Copilot will just kind of tell me how to do this. All right, so this is saying it has to start with the year month regex. So this should hopefully work. Yeah, I'm a lazy coder. I just like Copilot do everything for me. But we should get back a bunch of entries. So I'm going to go ahead and rename this to entries. And I'm going to go ahead and clear this out. And I'm going to return all those entries. So yeah, again, the best way to test this stuff is go to Advanced REST Client or Thunder Client or what is it called? A Postman, Postwoman, whatever you want to use. And we are going to hit a new endpoint here called entries. Yeah, I'm just going to hit entries. And I think if this works correctly, we should take in a query string called date string. So I could basically pass in date string here. And I'm going to put 2022/05. So give me all the entries that are in the month of May, I guess. I should at least get back 2. If I hit this, let's see what happens. We got back nothing. Let's try it again with a different month. So it's, who knows if it's working or not. It's probably not actually doing the correct query string here. So I'm going to go to here and I'm going to print out what this is equal to. Because somehow there's a way to get the query string parameters in Next. I just need to go to the docs and read it. And it turns out, this is how you do it. So we are getting the actual year in date or year and month. And let's just verify some stuff. Like you can use a debugger. Sometimes just using a quick console log is the easiest approach to figure out what's going wrong. So let's just go ahead and hit it again. Figure out what that's set to. I might need to also just do the day, maybe. I don't think it makes a difference. So this is supposed to take the first 2, slice 1. Maybe it's the, maybe I need to do this. Why is it printing that? Slice from 0 to 2, join. So year month is supposed to be like the day truncated. So I'm not sure if I just need to restart my API maybe. Because it should print out year month and we should get back the date string and then, oh, of course, I'm splitting on the wrong character. So let me do that. I'm going to split on the hyphen and then I'm going to get the first 2 elements and then I'm going to join them. So let's see if that is what we want. Okay, that's better. So technically, if you pass in the full today's date, it'll give you just all the things in the month. Don't know how good that is. Maybe we should just do this and do that on the front end. And then we don't have to do all this crap. So let's just go ahead and change this up a little bit to year, month. This is what you do when you code. You refactor, you think of better solutions. I'm going to make this API look like this. So you pass in the year, month, and then it's going to get you back all the entries for that year, month. So this is not working though. I don't know why we're not getting back anything for the entries. Because date is a string and we're saying give us all the entries that start with year, month. Let me just go ahead and print out existing entries. I mean, it's pretty obvious that this is going to be an empty string. Go ahead and send it. Yeah, empty string. So what am I doing wrong here? We're getting 2022/05. If I refresh this page, actually, let me go ahead and save a data point. Maybe I don't have any data saved for May. Maybe I haven't done anything in May yet. So now if I hit this, because I did just save an entry, we still don't get back anything. Okay, so let's go back to the drawing board because I need to go to like the mongoose docs string regex find. So they say you do the model.find, the key, regex, options, ignore case. So one thing I'm thinking of that might be happening is we're just allowing users to pass in the input directly into the regex, which probably is a huge security issue, but I want to replace the hyphen with a backslash hyphen. Sometimes when you're dealing with regex, you have to escape certain characters or else it just won't work. Let's just see if this does something. Nope. 2022 and see if we get back anything. So even that doesn't work. So now you got to think, okay, well, maybe the data is not stored the way I think it is. We go here, date is 2022, 05, 07. So we should be able to query Mongo and get like this date thing. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is not working, to be honest with you all. Entry.find. Give me all entries where date is a regex of year month. What if I just get rid of the caret? Does that make any difference whatsoever? Nope. What if I do this? Do I actually get back all the entries? Okay, so we definitely get back entries. Okay, so date. This is going to be something really simple I'm messing up on. 2022-04. Hope you guys like these videos where I basically make no progress because I'm always constantly fighting stuff. All right, so let's just hardcode 2022. Again, I think I saw us get back some results when I did that. And we did. So if you look here in date, we have 2022, and then we have some for 05. So it's like the moment you attach a -05 to it, it just no longer works. Okay, wait, this is working. Which is strange because like this is the exact same string that we're passing in. So 2022-05. Let's print out what year month is. Because obviously that works when I hard coded it. And year month should be the exact same thing, 2022-05. But we get back no entries. Y'all see where I'm confused about this? Like, right here, this is set to 2022-05. Boom, right here. I get no results back. But when I change this to the actual string of 2022-05 and do a search, I get back results. Like, this is so confusing. I get one result back. So why would that be happening? I'm baffled right now. Like, truly, I don't know why hard coding this gives us back what we want, but then using the variable doesn't. I'm about to quit coding. I'm so tired of coding. Just in general, like I'm going to switch careers and become something else. Because you spend so much time doing stupid debugging like this. But sorry, let me stay positive for my viewers. Let's go ahead and look at... It's got to be something with a hyphen or... Like, why is this hyphen different? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is this hyphen different from when I type it in by hand? This is the exact same string. The exact same string. Like, even the same characters. Like, this is all the same. But for some reason... You know, dude, hold on. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. I hate myself. All right. Okay, so the issue was I had double quotes in my query string because I'm dumb. Query strings don't have double quotes. You don't double quote your key values in query strings. You just put them as is. I feel like the older I get, the worse I become at coding. Like just dumb stuff like that I mess up on. But anyway, yeah, so now this works. I can actually get back all the entries for that date. So notice we get back 1. But if I change this to April, we get back a lot. So this is a good API, kind of. And we're going to use this to basically fetch all that data from the page for the calendar when it loads. All right, so the idea is when you click on the calendar, I guess, or there should be a way to know like what date you selected. I guess anytime the date changes, we could use an effect. So let's go to the UI and go to the index. I think our backend's good. It's kind of hacky. I don't truly like it, but whatever. Now let's go and figure out. Let's make a new endpoint method called like get entries in month. I'll go ahead and pass it like, I'll just pass it the whole string, whatever. And what we could do is basically do a fetch request, same endpoint, kind of, but we're gonna do a query string here called year month is equal to, and of course we just want to kind of do that logic that we were about to do on the back end, but I'm just gonna do it in the front end. So I'm gonna go ahead and just slice off. Actually, does this work? Takes the full year month day string. We get from 0, so 0, 1, 2, 3, hyphen 4, 5, 6. I think this should work. I'll trust Copilot. So when the app loads, we want to kind of, actually, I'm sorry, whenever the date changes, so like, where do we fetch the date? Go to previous day, fetch selected date from API. So this approach is going to be a temporary approach, mainly because we need to actually refetch the entire month when you're like kind of going through the calendar. So let's actually go and see if we can figure that out. When the page first loads, we're gonna have to get the entire like month entries of month. How about that? Set entries of month. So we'll make a state variable and make it equal empty. But when this thing loads, what I'm gonna do is fetch today's date, get all the entries, and we're gonna go ahead and set that to set entries a month. And I have a syntax error somewhere. Oh, I just have an extra curly brace there. All right, so we should at least see that when the UI loads, it tries to fetch all the entries for today's month. So you see here, it did a request for entries, year, month of 2022-05, and we get back the entries. And the idea is we use that data to highlight this calendar, okay? So we already figured out a way to make this stuff yellow. So what we want to do is we want to basically find out where we did that, because I don't even remember where we did it. I'll search for calendar. And title class day. So we kind of need to like change the classes based on the data, right? So I'm going to go ahead and look at this. Oh, right here, I'm styling it. Okay. So we have to kind of change the style, which we had defined in home, I believe, or was it globals? Been so long since I worked on this app, I don't remember like how I did some stuff. I think it's in here somewhere. Really, I just look at styles. What is styles importing? Styles importing home module. And we are trying to get, what do we call it? We call it calendar. Calendar. I'm sorry, how do we make this thing yellow? Oh, that's just the current date. That's how it's working. Well, I guess I deleted that code. I don't know. Like calendar, color, background color is pink. Let's see if that's actually going to change anything. Override the red weekend styling of the calendar. File class name calendar day. Maybe what I actually need to do is I totally forgot how I did this stuff, but let's just try this. I'm gonna say background color is red and see if that changes it. Okay. All right, so what we want to do is we want to add like calendar good day. I'll make that green. I'll say average. And I'll say bad day. I'll make that red. So now we have different classes that we can use to basically dynamically style. And if you're kind of familiar with what I'm trying to do here, we want to basically dynamically return a string that has that class, calendar average day, and we need to change this depending on what the data is. All right, so we have the entries. And one thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna print out what date is. I think date will just be the date string. So I think I could just do like const formatted date. And then I want to find the entry based on that date. And then we want to use, we could probably do like a let symptoms. No. I'll do let symptoms is equal to let symptoms equal to 1. I'm just not doing good in this stream, to be honest with you all, like kind of all over the place. But I think we have like something like this. If it's good, else if it's average, else if it's bad, then we are going to basically set symptoms equal to good good. And these are going to be the names for the actual like CSS classes I added. So if this all works perfectly, I could just put the symptoms here. And there's a syntax error somewhere. I'm not sure where. I guess it's there. No. All right, here we go. So for some of these dates, like we're not going to have an entry. So I really need to make sure that we only do this logic if it's there. Not the best code. I'll be honest with you all. It should work though, hopefully. Other than this needs to be, yeah, it might work. Let's see. So the idea, let's just change it back some. I'll make this bad. Calendar's not working. Oh wait, let's go here. I'll make this good. So the idea, if I understand what I'm doing, which probably don't understand what I'm doing, is when this calendar opens, there we go. We get back colors for which days were good, which days were bad, which days were average. Now, the main issue I have right now is that as you save symptoms, it's not updating your symptoms thing. So we might have to, like, every time you save, refetch this data, which not the most not the best approach. But I'm gonna make another method called fetch entries a month from API, and we are gonna just call that method here because we're gonna reuse this a couple places. And when the app loads, we'll fetch them. When we submit the form, we will maybe set them. Let's see. Go to next day. We don't need to fetch it for previous or next day. But when you do submit, I guess it kind of makes sense to re-fetch the entire entries. I'm going to put a comment here. This is bad performance. Okay, so it's kind of like I could figure out a way to make that more optimized, but it's probably fine. So I'm gonna click on 6 here. I'm gonna click bad. And the idea is that when I click bad, it should change this to red. At least I thought it would. Okay, now it did. I don't know what happened there. Let's click a new date. I'll do 4. Open the calendar. And I'm going to do good. I'm going to click save. Okay, so this is like a race condition React where I probably need to do some type of like promise chaining here. Where did I do that? Handle submit. So this needs to be async. We kind of want to like wait until we put the entry before we fetch the whole month. And again, this is like a hack thing. Like we could just do some type of like client side predicting just to make it change colors without having to like actually refetch everything from the back end. But as I change these, notice that the box in entry 4 is actually changing color. So it's red. I'm going to save it. The good turns green. The last thing I want to do is I'm going to do next video is as you change months, you need to refetch all this data. And maybe it's really easy to do. I'm not really sure. But yeah, I got to actually run to the store. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Thanks for watching and stay tuned for the next video. Hopefully I make more progress at a faster pace because right now I am struggling. All right, have a good day and happy coding.